Okay, and then can we have Danny? Okay, so it's more of plastic bottle. So you convert it to cash. And what do they get in return? It's just cash.
They can have incentives for the like that.
Okay. So incentives. So for the plastic bottles, if they turn in, let's say, 10 kilos of plastic bottles, you give them cash, and then that will be their incentive. Okay. Thank you for the idea. Okay, who are those who okay, so that is for Marcus, Cole, Raven, Ara, Ash, and Danny. I hope that our online group can join us shortly. I believe we are at the tail end of restoring this. Okay, the first diagram here is the impact. So basically, each of the business ideas, so anything you are engaged in. Both. Oh, okay. So I need your focus, class. While I'm trying my best here to address this technical uh, issue, but at the same time, I would like for you to make the most of this time that we have. This is just 1.5 hours. So I need your full attention. Okay? And while I am here in front, I really need your full focus. Okay? Please tell your classmates that I have sent the Zoom link via Term 3 X4. And I will be admitting them one by one in the Zoom meeting now.
It's not sure, but this is what's reflected on there.
Yeah, if they can click the new one that I sent, the new one in the Viber. If you can click the new. Okay, Nicholas is here. Garshan. Karen. Okay. Karen is with us.
Yes, po, I'm here.
Okay. Hi, Karen, and hi, Nick. Camera on, please. That will be helpful. Okay. Okay, we can see you now, Karen. Thank you for turning your camera on. And Nicholas, we're waiting for your cam and waiting for the others as well. We Nika and Sam. Misha and Sam. Okay. So I have already called Marcus, Cole, Raven, Ara, Ash, and Danny. So Karen, can you please tell us the business idea that you have picked?
Okay, sir. The business idea I chose po is like it's called WasteNot.ai. I chose this business because my father is a chef po, and it kind of helped me realize that there are a lot of food wastage, especially in restaurants po. So this platform is an AI platform, an online platform, specifically an artificial intelligence platform po that helps restaurant reduce waste, helps them manage their inventory, and it also gives it gives out these recipes po that helps restaurant kind of create a meal out of it, and this like the meal they could make sorry. The meal they could make could be also given out to the poverty po. So that's the problem. And it doesn't solve only that, it solves a lot of SDGs po. Wait, I think it solves the SDGs, SDG 2, which is zero hunger, SDG 9, which is industry, innovation, and infrastructure, considering it's an AI po, and SDG 12, responsible consumption and production, and SDG 13, climate action.
So Karen, your classmates are cheering you on. So why is that? Because you mentioned SDGs. And that is a very, very good insight for all of us here. Okay, Nicholas doesn't have his camera now. Okay, no problem. But Nicholas, I need you to participate in the discussion, okay?
Yes po, sir.
Okay. So let's cheer on Karen for mentioning the SDGs, especially with regard to the business idea that she has. It addresses food wastage. Yes, it's a good one. And I really, really hope that we can do something about it in terms of pushing the idea forward. Let me talk to you, to each one of you, in terms of the opportunity to push it forward. All right? Okay, Sam. Sam, we're going to admit you now. Camera on, please, and your audio. Please let us know if you are already with us, Sam. Given your audio.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Welcome to the class, Sam. Okay, I will give time for our online group to participate now. So Sam, we are doing the business idea that you might have picked from among the three business ideas you have written. Can you tell us a bit what it is and give us an idea for that?
What, sir?
Okay, it's the business idea, the
Yes,
business
sir.
idea that we hope that you can share to us. The one that
Okay,
you
sir.
think from among the three that you have submitted or you might have uh, written in your assignment.
Is it all right if I share screen pop?
Yes, of course.
Okay, here you go, Pop. Okay, so my business concept is called Ocean Oasis. I actually thought of this concept 2 years ago in a class we had, and I decided to bring it back because it is one of my main interests. It is basically something I've been wanting to connect with for a few years to build myself up to find a way to pursue something that can lead me with either marine science or marine biology, and that can also work with conservation. I've always wanted to try to reach
Similar with
within our
Raven.
oceans, and I've been seeing works relating to coral planting and wanting to come up with a concept slash work with a business that does it. So it basically focuses on environmental health and restoration within biodiversity in the ocean. And I think that's one of the biggest issues that we currently have when it comes to climate change because of the heat in the ocean, the fishes and the corals are basically dying. So having artificial corals that could help the ocean can make it thrive more. And I've actually made a whole logo for it, and I have another PDF for it because I've done this before. And I've also made a video ad on it, sir, if you would like to check it out. It's here in the link. I made it really bold.
Okay.
That's
For
my
for the
ocean con.
video, how long will that be?
It's only like a minute, but it's an ad, but
It's an ad, and you did
yes, sir.
that. You did that ad.
Yeah, yes, sir, for another class, but it's related towards this business concept.
May I know the what class specifically?
This was during grade 11, but creative industries.
Creative industries. And may I know the name of your mentor,
Sir Alan Po.
Sir Alan,
Yes, sir.
and the surname Barba.
Parmesan. Ayun, station.
Barb. Okay, Barb. Sir Alan Barb. Okay. So can you play that for us? That 1 minute video, Sam?
Would it be smooth for you, sir?
Yes, let's try it.
Okay, po.
Okay, I'll admit Misha as well. Thank you, Misha, for joining us. So we are discussing the business idea that you have picked from among the three ideas you sent from your assignment. Okay, can you play that, Sam?
Yes, sir. I'm preparing it, po.
And hopefully our technical We
Lagi
appreciate
po.
you, Sam. Yes.
Okay, I'll start it now.
Okay, you can play it. It seems your classmates want to go there and fly to you.
Ocean Oasis, our company that strives to take the initiative in coral planting and coral reef preservation. Have you ever thought about where Nemo appeared first in the movie? Nemo was born within the coral reefs underwater, and many marine and tropical fishes tend to live through these coral reefs. A lot of these fishes rely on coral reefs because it's one of the biggest ecosystems in the ocean, and they're really helpful for the little guys or even huge guys. There is a huge problem though. Coral reefs have been decaying a lot due to recent climate change and humanitarian acts like oil spills and the rise of sea level heat. This kills the coral reefs that keep the silverfishes happy and healthy. Why do we want to preserve coral reefs? Well, coral reefs are considered to be filters of the ocean because they keep the waters clean and they give food to marine life and sometimes even just hiding these guys. Like, look at them. Our company allows visitors to visit us to help with coral planting on their marine tropical areas. Just go to our page and find out more. Save the fishes and save our planet.
That's all po.
Hmm. Thank you so much, Sam. So we really
Welcome
like
po.
the effort that you have put in, and we hope that this business idea will not just stay as a business idea, but more of something that everyone can work on, given the team in the future that you might be working with. So we don't know if it's going to be your idea or someone else's idea, but you would like to hop in because you believe in that idea so much.
There are certain teams in other countries that have already started with coral planting.
Yeah.
It's been given to work really well, but the downside is usually these are non-profit organizations and they don't get much support. And so it's nice that Sam wants to start a business.
Right. So the real situation is most of these business ideas are actually worth supporting. Sometimes we just need to do some noise in terms of, hey, go fund this. This is worth your fund. And would you believe if all 17 SDGs, these are given funds already by the United Nations in order for you to benefit from that fund in case your business ideas are aligned with the sustainability goals of the SDG. So if you are into recycling or upcycling plastics, go ahead and then connect it to the SDG and then submit it to the UN system. Who knows? They might say, okay, concept approved. When do you start? The funding will be 1 million peso as initial startup fund. And then from there, we move forward based on the impact that you have planned, that you have foreseen. Because we know that as the United Nations group, we know that your business idea is quite novel and aligned with the sustainability goals of the United Nations. So that's how it can turn out. And you won't know until you try. So I'm challenging you, even after your graduation, if you want this badly, because you know you are going to contribute, then it might be worth a try. Okay? And if you want to push it and you want somebody to help you out with it, Why not give every one of us an email? Hey, after graduation, I decided to pursue this. Can you support me? Why not? Viber us, email us, do everything you can to coordinate and collaborate with us. No? I told you that I work with the UN and I know the system. So if you just forward to me any idea, business idea, then we can refine it and do a business proposal which the UN system can accommodate and go fund. You know, there is what we call a GCF, a Green Climate Fund. What's with the
If I was the one for maths, I was.
right? Okay, don't worry. It's not. It doesn't have anything to do with math. Unless we are going to talk about budgets, then that's the only math. Especially who are the ABM students here? ABM, okay, you have a lot of math because you do the budgeting. And you are a very important part of a project team. And I told you I will be discussing with the leaders, and I have discussed with the leaders already. I hope that you have already tried this mentioning this to your group mates. Our intent to go to Baliwag. That's in Bulacan. Yeah. Via NLEX, it's just going to be 30 minutes. Via NLEX on an early morning road travel. Same also going back, lunchtime. It's going to be a very short road travel from Baliwag to campus. Okay. So logistics wise, is that going to be difficult? So I mentioned to you the impact. What's the second one?
Expected outcomes.
Yeah, just be quick. Okay, so number 2 is what? Expected outcome. Okay, let's try one of the business ideas here. So, Danny, being the leader from among the face-to-face group, if you are to pick one business idea, what will it be? The bottle, plastic bottle. That's your idea, of course. That's good. Okay, it will be easier now. Plastic bottle. Let's work on this. Plastic bottle. So the plastic bottles project, let's call it Project Bottles Project. What do you think would be the expected outcome? If here the impact is represented by a rectangle, have you seen that in the diagram? There's just one rectangle. How about the outcome? how many rectangles are in the theory of change diagram? A lot. A lot means less than 10. 5, did you count? More than 20. More than 20. Okay, let's say you have identified 5 outcomes. What do you think could be the outcome?
One of them will have like that bottle pay will be expanded to different branches. It will be more known to public and therefore a lot of people will be participating in it, making the business successful and helping the environment itself.
Okay, expected outcome. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just give one sentence. One outcome that you want to come out.
What will be expansion?
Okay. Right here. You're number 2.
Yeah.
Okay, game. So we are actually doing some brainstorming now. And this is part of planning. So please take a photo while your classmates are on the board. And then send the Viber photo to me, okay? We just need some action photos.
Where Karen is trying to judge that.
Okay, thank you. Okay, no problem. Bottle pay expansion. Okay, can you describe that, Marcus?
The one I mentioned earlier, how there's this thing in her docs file where bottle pay is a form of exchanging the bottles they collected for money. But as it grows, it's gonna be expanded to different branches and more known to public, like I said. They would do a lot more people would be able to participate and get bigger pay. It's a win-win for both.
Bigger pay.
Not literally big, just expand on a dime.
Okay, look at this. Reduction of plastic. This is pretty straightforward, but very clear. This is going to be the expected outcome. Reduction of plastic. Or probably, to be more specific, reduction of plastic bottles. So if you are going to rephrase this, what will it be? Higher pay for the low income? Because that's what your focus is.
It's more on more participation towards gathering the bottles and recycling.
Okay, so we call it community participation. That's your expected outcome. Community participation. How about the third one? Ash. Talk about 3, 4, 5. Danny, Ara, anyone can go. Yes. Is there anything? Yes, go.
Well, they're writing both. They're writing up.
Yes, no problem. Always think of this expected outcome. The clearer, the better. The shorter, the clearer it becomes. Marcus, what's number 3 diagram?
Strategies.
Yeah. Bye. Danny's idea is now taking shape.
It's
And it's a good move to have chosen your business idea. We're working on it, right? So online groups, are you getting the gist of the discussion or the ideas? Online group,
Yes, sir.
okay, are you getting more or less where we're going?
Yes,
What were the arrows of the block strategizing or was it number two?
Okay, let's discuss among the class. Okay, the first one is impact. The first box is impact. The second box is expected outcome. Are you getting that, Samantha? The theories of change diagram.
Yes, sir.
How about you, Nick?
That
Nick or Karen, are you with us?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. But
Okay, what's box number 2 in the diagram? Theory of change diagram. What is box number 2? Nick, Karen, or Sam? Any one of you can just answer. Is there a lag?
I think so, sir.
Okay, Karen, I will probably, the best that I can do is just to tilt my screen, but apparently for the, can someone have a photo of this and then send to the Viber? Okay,
which used to be an Italian company. They created, because you know how in stores they usually have like product displays. We created one that was like easily assembled and assembled, and if I'm not mistaken, it's made from recycled materials. So the production is sustainable.
yes, indeed. And I can just imagine the kind of participation it is garnered from the community.
It's not only good for the environment, but it's also incredibly user friendly.
Yeah. Okay, Marcus has sent a photo of what we have on the board. Sam and Karen and Nick. So what do we have as number 4? Because number 1 is impact, number 2 is expected outcome, number 3 is strategies. What's number 4? Nick, Sam, or Karen? I need-
Is it something with identifying interventions?
Can someone validate that from the theory of change diagram? Cause and effect. What's the third word?
Relations.
Relates. Okay. What's number 5? Nicholas, Karen. So I need you to memorize by heart what these 6 boxes are.
impact on concept is positive. Causal, sorry, assumptions.
Okay, Karen, Nick, do you have answer to number 5?
Can you please repeat the question po?
Okay, the question is, if box number 1 is impact of the theory of change diagram, box number 2 is expected outcome, box number 3 is strategy, box number 4 cause and effect relationship, what is number 5, and what is number 6? Karen. Someone can help Karen? Nick? Are you with us, Nick?
Yes po, sir. I think number 5 is causal assumptions.
Okay. Is someone coaching you?
No po, I checked Neo LMS.
Very good. Causal assumptions. And finally, for number 6, what is it, Karen? If you can take photo of this,
Theory of change diagrams po?
can you repeat that, Karen?
Theory of change diagrams?
Yes.
It means that you're done with the planning of your concept. You have your initial comprehensive plan already. Remember that the cause and effect relationship, you will have to make use of arrows. If you might have seen the diagram, there are arrows. Is it from left to right?
Yes, it's usually left to right. So the strategies are usually a different color on the left, and then it shows how it points arrows to the expected outcomes.
So are you getting that, Nick, Karen, Sam?
Yes, sir.
Yes po.
Cause and effect relationship is left to right. And if your classmates took a photo of the board, then they might have sent it to you already, okay? And the post-causal assumptions.
It's pointing out how, if we're talking about number 1, how will it go along through the boxes? Or what will happen if we do this, or point it in another direction, so on.
Correct. And sometimes causal assumptions can point to a similar box.
Different expectations or strategies, but same outcome.
So if, for example, if this specific situation happens, say situation A happens, then you can assume situation B will happen and then see the result from those two steps.
Correct.
So it also helps you with any possible intervention that might happen that will affect your end goal and outcome, so you can preempt it and prepare for it properly.
Okay. So I really like how all of us are participating in this. I can see that you are becoming more engaged with regard to the theory of change and how it is done systematically.
Because personally, whenever I plan things, I have a beginning and an ending, also wishes in the way.
Okay, Misha.
Typically, I have a beginning and an ending, but for me, the middle part always gets lost, and it takes me longer to figure out what to do. And so, starting from my end goal and working backwards works really well.
So, are you familiar with the Maxwell book? Maxwell, John Maxwell. So, if you are not yet familiar with this author, effective, yes, it's a leadership book. John Maxwell always says, begin with the end in mind and then work backwards. Begin with the end, the impact in mind. What impact do I want? How am I going to finish my assignment? Always begin with how you see things happening. And you will be surely effective in what you're doing. Because even before you engage into something, what could be the impact of my action here? Am I helping the planet if I use this? I could have used my flask, which is in my car right now, but why did I use it? Yeah. So I just found what's in my car and there's no liquid in it. I just picked it up because apparently something's wrong with the handle of mine. So the more conscious I am, then it means one by one, all these plastic bottles are supposed to be zero anywhere I go, in my house, in my car, anywhere. So that is how aware I wish for you to be in terms of your actions as well. So I will not judge, but I would hope to see changes. Okay, causal assumptions, causal cause and effect relationship. So it's from impact and then a lot of arrows from the left to the right. If you will see the diagram. Okay, Misha, are you with us?
Yes, po. It's a bit laggy, but yeah.
Okay, have you seen the Viber photos that your classmates have taken in terms of what we have on the board?
I'm currently looking through them.
Okay. So there are 5 expected outcomes which your classmate has taken photo of. Would you be able to see that? Or anyone from the online group, do you have that?
Yes, po.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Can you read the 5 expected outcomes, Misha?
Okay. It says here, bottle pay expansion. Then reduction of plastic bottles.
Okay.
More recyclable materials or recycled materials. Reduces impacts of climate change and improved awareness on recycling.
Okay. So how are we going to measure this? How will you get data from the expected outcome? If I say, can you measure number 4? Reduced impact of climate change because of the bottles that you have collected.
It's not exactly measurable in terms of climate change. What we could try to get data from it is you compare how much plastic ends up in both landfills and in the ocean.
Right. But remember, whenever you start a project, it should be following SMART.
Specific, measurable, attainable, reasonable,
Time bound.
time bound.
So it should be measurable. So you have to have benchmark. What is the impact that I want, the level of impact that I want once I start my project on bottles?
Percentage of plastic bottle waste that you want to be reduced by. So let's say by this time, this specific thing, you do another check-in and you want, let's say, 30% reduction of overall plastic bottle wastage in the Philippines.
Okay, the remaining 2 minutes that we have, it's going to be 9:25, and from there, I will be doing a recording of our Zoom. But if I do that, it means that I will have to click end so that the recording of the Zoom will initiate. Okay, but it just means that from that time onwards, 9:25 or 9:27 onwards, you will have to transition to your next class. And I will just be giving you some readings in order to prepare for our Thursday. Okay, readings. I am quite happy with our discussion now because it meant that you are not zero in terms of our topic. You did your research and your readings well. That's why our discussion is more meaningful and more substantial. And that's what we aim to do every time we have our class. It's only 1.5 hours. So as I've told you, we are going to coordinate with the academics and our principal with regard to our plan to do an on-site learning experience. And that means that we are not going to have 2 classes, but we are going to have 1 class on site. That will be a Saturday. You like that? You look forward to that. Okay. And I am actively discussing this with the CEO and the president of the person who initiated TelaCycle. So the person who initiated TelaCycle or Restyle is going to be with us. And if you are excited, he is very much excited to meet you as well on May 17th. Okay. So please make sure that any concerns prior to May 17 that you might have, let me know right away, not the last minute, please. Okay? Okay, let me play this video again, just for appreciation of what's going to happen.
Clothes will never get recycled.
Especially for our online group who failed to see this. So can you see my screen now? Misha and Sam,
Yes, po.
sir.
can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, this is about 3 minutes.
Will end up here. dumped and burned in landfill.
I heard that at this point it's not capable of absorbing the huge amount of clothing it's produced each year.
But what if all those wasted clothes could be saved and turned into something else? I've come to a town in Italy called Prato. This place has mastered a method to transform old scraps into new clothes.
Questo ci fa essere fieri.
What happens here is unique. There are hundreds of companies in this small district, and each specializes in one specific aspect of the process, whether it's spinning, weaving, or designing. And today, incredibly, this town says it processes 15% of all recycled clothes in the world.
So this is your shirt. If it's too old for the charity shop, it gets sent for recycling. Here, it's sorted by color, torn apart, washed, and then the new recycled material is taken and transformed to make new clothes with minimal waste.
That was very clear. Let's go through the process again. You donate clothes. They arrive here from lots of different countries. All the garments that can't be sold secondhand are taken to this company nearby. Here, not only are they separated by color, but also by material.
These used to be trousers. Quanti vestiti vengono processati prima di giorno?
Circa 25 tonnellate al giorno.
The clothes are put in this, called a carbonizing machine. It eliminates impurities from the wool. Then
Once
they
he's
will
back
be
there,
It's
let's have
like
one
a
last one.
giant washing machine. They're shredded, cleaned, and dried. This is the final result. Your old clothes have been transformed into these fine, fluffy wool fibers. So at the end of the process, this is what the new recycled materials look like. They're placed here until a fashion brand buys them and uses them to make clothes. Some people might say that you are using trash to make clothes.
Okay, I have to end that. I will be sharing to everyone the link, but please, I just need for you to have an appreciation of the concept of recycling linens and tela, and that's what we're going to have in the days to come. All right. And I'll be pressing now end meeting for all. It will convert the Zoom. And thank you for attending the class. Okay, please prepare.